Welcome back to Behind the Music. Few people thought that a truly unique band could come out of a semi-rural area. However, this band proves them wrong. They're called Technocross, and they're a Christian soft rock band dedicated to bringing uplifting music to those around them. But what happens when the pillars that keep them up come crashing down? Or they believe it is a sign from God, and it's not. Coming up next on Behind the Music.
I remember the first time going to church. Instead of it being boring, I didn't understand it. School actually taught stuff that I could use. It wasn't church.
I heard about the Lord the first time I went to school. Shrugged him off the first time I heard him. Biggest mistake in my life. I needed to wreck my life so the Lord could check my life.
Dust had a very different story. He'd actually grown up in a Christian family.
I actually grew up in a Christian family, so we went to church about once a month, but it wasn't enough for me, so I ended up leaving.
It wasn't before long that, one by one, they left school and found themselves in the real world.
I thought it'd be easy, just mop the floor, you know? But no, you need team spirit to mop the floor.
School. No for me, I thought. No. No for me.
I left school. I thought I knew all I needed to. I could write. Publishers want me. And I needed to let the Lord, just let him flow through my writing, and I just didn't. I didn't want to.
All four members of Technocross had difficulty living off of what they could work for and beg for or even steal. But each of them had a life-changing moment, and that moment would change their lives forever.
Yeah, I met someone, they told me to go to fellowship, and I just felt called there. And for the first time in my life, I was like, Lord, I hear you, and I will listen.
Restaurant eater. They say go fellowship. Say no. They say yes. But I still say no. I still say no.
I was hungry, so when I saw the fellowship sign, I knew I had to go in.
I didn't know it at the time, but Izzy was actually sitting right next to me. But as I listened, as I was feeding on the bread of the word, and had my tongue touched by the water of the word, I actually started to cry. My old life, just dead waters within me, flowed out, made room in my heart for the Lord.
My heart changed after hearing the preacher's message. When I started actually paying attention, I was like, dang, the old preacher wasn't this good.
Later, in an interview with Answers in Genesis, all four members of Technocross would describe their transformation as transformative. As the service closed, the preacher would ask all those who received to come forward. And that was how the four of them would finally meet.
It seems that all the weepy-eyed and deeply affected individuals that stood up with me, they were all good at music too. Some would even better than me. And it seems that fellowship, well...
Fellowship need us. Less pipe organ, more drums and guitar.
Contemporary music, I believe the holy man said. Contemporary music, connect with the Christian youth, and just having that opportunity, we said yes.
The four of them were introduced to the rest of the Fellowship's band. But to the other band members, they weren't an addition to the body of Christ. They were completion. They were constantly badmouthed by the other band members to the leader of the flock. They were pranked on stage and off. And once they were even sabotaged mid-performance.
To this day, I wonder if our Christian brothers and sisters could see the looks on our faces, just dead fright. We lost sight of what was most important that day. But the Holy Spirit touched us like disciples in the upper room.
leader actually decided to change that normal night to instead of a sermon, to a worship night. It might have become an all-out riot if we all weren't so holy.
In the most tender and loving way we possibly could, we told fellowship that we just didn't think that either of us were going to get it in our relationship.
In their final church performance, the Technocross members managed to rake in record attendance, making the band have to move to the church's cemetery.
It was too much to take in. We were better than half the church band.
After this performance, they were approached by what seemed like a miracle. The CEO of Goliath Records approached them with a record deal. Make an album, we'll distribute, done and done.
I mean, we were all blown away. We were just dumbstruck. I mean, we went from a nobody to a church band with a record deal. I mean, we were so excited.
Miracle or not, the record deal was signed soon after, and they hit the recording booth with as much energy as they had the night they had been instructed by the fellowship's other half.
Survival of the fittest, gonna beat you up. Fist punch you till you're wrong, cause you may look good, but your mom is just a dog. Woo.
Izzy had too much fun.
A little fun never hurt anyone.
It's just going to fall away one day, inside joke.
They joked then, and they joke now, but the record sales were no joke, propelling to Christian Net's top 100 in just a week, then in the top 5 the next, and even hitting number 2 at one point. They found themselves on top of the Christian music world, a success story where there was often little success to be given.
One might think the market run by those baptized in the blood of the Lamb might be compassionate. No. There's
Like fangirls and shit. They're usually right.
It's just strange, but ones who did support were nice. Like Billy Graham. Evangelism. He good.
Billy Graham came to them after their record dropped with an offer. One song, live performance, Billy Graham tour. How could they resist? On the night of the event, all 4 members of Technocross sat backstage and prayed. As they entered the stage, they heard cheering, praises, and encouragements.
our fallen state of pride, and I mean, it's just the fallen state is too much.
As they played, all 4 of them showboated. They added flair, improvised lyrics that praised themselves, and they hyped the crowd, all at the expense of the message the tour itself was trying to spread. As soon as they left the stage, it dawned on them what they'd done, but it was already too late.
We fell back into the world that night. We wouldn't have praised for the worst God did, not us. We turned bad again that night. We were shamed, worse than they told us about our many failures backstage. We inspired many people to God, and it cast glory upon ourselves.
You know, you always hear about those stars who always take fame wrong, and then you start thinking, is it me? But you're like, nah, it's not me. But then when it eventually is you, you're still thinking, nah, it's not me. I'm no Justin Bieber.
Walking in the valley of death that night, I mean, we just needed the Lord's guys that night.
It rocked their faith. They found themselves distraught and lost, and while they were finding confidence in their walk, thanks to the work and struggle of their dedication to branch out into other forms of performance, including lip-sync battles, their comeback has only just begun. The L&N STEM Academy lip-sync battle was both a setback and a success for them, and to this day they're pushing forward with what they believe is the Lord's call in their life, and the publishing of their second album, Keep the Christ in Christmas.